Act 1 of Love at a Venture by Susanna Centlivre. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Dramatis Personae.
Belair, a gentleman's come from travel, an Airy Spark. Read by BeeswaxcandleSir
William Freelove, friend to Belair, in love with Beliza. Read by Giordano.
Sir Thomas Belair, father to Belair. Read by Alan Mapstone.
Sir Paul Cautious, a whimsical, desponding old fellow. Read by Larry Wilson.
Ned Freelove, younger brother to Sir William. Read by Jordan D'Amico.
Would be a silly projecting coxcomb. Read by Todd.
Positive, father to Camilla. Read by Craig Franklin.
Robin, servant to Belair. Read by Rick Cordray.
Lady Cautious, wife to Sir Paul and sister to Sir William. Read by Valroth.
Beliza, read by Marie Christian.
Camilla, cousin to Beliza, a great fortune. Read by ShrimpPhishPatch.
Maid to Beliza. Read by Sonia.
Flora, maid to Camilla. Read by Winnifred Assmann.
Messenger, read by Alan Mapstone.
Basilicon, read by Jon
Taylor, read by Agnes Robert Behr.
Servant, read by Brian Fullen.
Stage Directions, read by Michele EatonEditing. Prologue. Lest any here should blame our author's toil, for strolling with her brat 100 mile, by me to such, she does this reason give, seeing how many men by ventures live. She straight embarked, and hoisted sail to try what pure good nature in these bottoms lie. Besides, she hoped she might divert you too, by adding to your pleasures something new. The virtue of these baths had ne'er been known, if o'er these hills no man had ventured down. Here doctors venturing come in hopes of fees, and patients venture on their skill for ease. For wealth the merchant ventures on the seas, the lawyer ventures upon any cause, the venturing client's beggared by the laws. The lover ventures to address the fair, with broken speeches and dejected air. She runs a venture who relieves his care. The gamester ventures to improve his store, and having lost, he ventures on for more. The London punk in garret shut all day, at night with last half-crown she ventures to the play. The amorous cully meeting with the miss, ventures at water gruel for a kiss. Since every man adventures in his way, hither our author ventured with her play, and hopes her profits will her charge defray, if that bright circle ventures to adorn her day. Love at a Venture, Act 1. Scene: Sir Paul Cautious's house. Sir William Freelove's apartment. Enter Belair and Robin, meeting Sir William.
Oh, Sir William, I am so transported I cannot speak in the common strain of mankind.
And prithee, Belair, what occasions this transport?
Hadst thou been my professed enemy all thy life, and done me as much mischief as the Turk in Hungary or the French in Flanders, if thou'd but help me now, thou wouldst make amends for all. Such a creature, such an angel.
What visions? Apparitions?
Could I but hope to see her once more, I'd change the happiest half of my life for that one moment.
If you please to descend from your high-flown raptures, and walk hand in hand with my understanding.
You'll lead me to her?
Ha ha ha! What? Before I know where she is? You'd be landed at your port before you have taken shipping or told the place you design for?
Foe, you know all my designs.
Robin, aside.
When a woman's concerned.
Are extravagant. You have more intrigues upon your hands than a handsome young poet on the success of his first play. Like a dog in a herd, you run it all, and catch none, because you run with such ungoverned heat, you spring the quarry before you can draw your net.
If I miss sitting, I commonly hit 'em flying. But this is nothing to the purpose. The lady, man, the lady.
Aye, the lady. What of her?
Which I saw last night. Oh, such a creature!
At what window?
Such a charming air.
What house was it at?
As much youth as would serve to recover half the decayed faces in the town.
What street?
Wanton as a nun, yet looked demure as a Quaker.
Zdeath, where is this rare creature to be seen?
Then her features, Sir William, oh, such features! She is the most perfect piece in the world. Her shape clean and easy, a profuse quantity of dark brown hair, and such a complexion as the gods form when they design a miracle of beauty.
Nay, since you will have your own way, I'll strike in with you. A charming high forehead.
Aye, and such a mouth.
Sparkling black eyes.
And such a cast.
Such dimples in her cheeks.
Aye, rapture, rapture.
Ah, he's got above the clouds already. When you have recovered your senses, Belair, you may be fit for conversation. I have a little business to dispatch, and must beg your pardon.
Thou wilt not leave me?
Why, what service can I do you?
You must assist me in the management of this affair.
What affair? Who is she? Where did you see her?
Why, when I left you last night, I took a boat, resolving to go up the river for a little air, when the luckiest occasion presented to make me the happiest man living.
Robin, aside.
I have known 100 of these lucky occasions. In a month's time, the most unlucky occasions that ever a man had.
What was it?
A lady, designing to land at Whitehall Stairs, stepping short from the boat, fell into the water. I jumped in after her, caught her in my arms, and brought her safe ashore.
Robin, aside.
Who could have believed he should be burnt in the middle of the Thames now?
What's her name?
I know not. She inquired mine and where I lived, gave me 1,000 thanks, and promised I should hear from her.
Well, and what can I do for you?
I'll tell you. I must have lodgings in this house, for here I directed her. Told her my name was Constant, though Faith Belair was at my tongue's end. But you know my reasons for concealing my name, lest my father hear I'm in England before I'd have him, and force me to marry the woman he commanded me home for, which for aught I know may be ugly, old, ill-natured, foolish, conceited, vain, and so forth. At least I shall think her such because of his choosing. I like no caterer in love's market.
You shall have these lodgings to oblige you, good Mr. Constant, But what have you done with the other lady you told me of yesterday? You was then dying for her.
Faith, I like her still. But t'other is a perfect Venus.
Pray, sir, what is your name to her? I shall certainly forget all these names.
Colonel Revel, you sot.
Just come from where, sir?
From Portugal. Blockhead?
And are you an officer, too, in the other place with your new amour? Pray, sir, do me the favour to tell me your name to this incognita once more.
Constant, Coxcomb.
And what are you, sir? Pray, what are you?
An Oxfordshire gentleman. Remember that, sirrah? Come up to town about a lawsuit.
Yes, sir. Colonel Revel just come from Portugal. Mr. Constant, an Oxfordshire gentleman, come up to town about a lawsuit. Very well. I have it now, sir, I warrant you.
Well, but do you think to manage both these intrigues with secrecy?
I do. And in order to it, I'll keep my own lodgings that are known to the other, and these for my incognita, and I'll engage to play my part with both.
To what purpose?
Why, since my old dad will have me marry, I would willingly choose for myself. Now, you must know I design to take my swing of love and liberty. If in the chase I chance to meet one that can fix me, her I'll marry. To when I'll, like the bee, kiss every plant and gather sweetness from every flower. Youth is the harvest of our lives, Sir William.
Well, in my conscience, travel has given thee a large assurance.
Enter a servant.
Here is Mr. Woodby to wait on you.
Who's he?
The projecting coxcomb I told you of yesterday.
What? He that mimics thee in his clothes?
The fame. Now, for hard words and soft sense, bring him up.
Exit servant.
I'll not stay. I expect a message from my t'other mistress at my lodgings. I'll send thee a nightgown and a suit of clothes hither, and Robin shall wait to call me, if my fair unknown sends. Oh, the pleasure of intrigue! It finds employment for every sense, sharpens the wit, and gives a life to all our faculties. When paled with one, another still supplies. Thus different women give us different joys. Beauty in one, and t'other wit we find. In this a shape, in that a spacious mind. But change, dear change, thou life of humankind.
Exit. Enter Woodby.
Dear Sir William, my stars are superabundantly propitious in administering the sephiric felicity of finding you alone.
Oh, Mr. Woodby, spare me, I beseech you.
My soul's inhabited, or rather canonized, with an alacrity to see you.
Sir William, aside.
I know not how his soul's inhabited, but his head might pass for a colony in Greenland, it is so thinly peopled.
Enter Ned Freelove.
Brother, good morrow. Mr. Woodby, yours?
Sir, I am most obsequiously your servant.
What gentleman was that I saw go out just now?
A friend of mine, who, for some reasons, I have promised this apartment to. I hope Sir Paul won't be alarmed. I think 'tis best not to let him know it, if he does not find it out.
Much the best, for he'll ask so many impertinent questions about him, and be in such a fright, he'll call in half the parish to watch with him. Who is the gentleman?
If you remember, I told you when I was in Spain, a gentleman rescued me from the hands of ruffians, when I was set upon in the night. This is he, and ever since we have held a strict friendship. Perhaps he may have killed this man. I know not. He desires privacy, and I am bound in honor to give it.
Doubtless. What's his name?
Constant.
Enter servant.
Sir, the tailor has brought home your clothes.
Bring him in.
But, Sir William, pray, how do you like my way of greeting? I never want words, you see. I hate those dull rogues that have no better expressions in meeting their friends than, "Dear Jack, how is't?"
Enter Taylor and Sir William dresses.
Miss Fustian! Ah, what do I see? Another suit, and upon my veracity, a charming one. I must put down the trimming exactly. I shall obliterate half else.
Takes out a book and writes.
Our English tongue is much obliged to you, Mr. Woodby.
Sir William to the tailor.
Is it not too short, Mr. Measure?
Not at all, sir.
Would-be aside.
The suit my tailor is making is the very same color. I'll send and have it trimmed exactly like that.
How do you like my fancy in this suit, Mr. Would-be?
Sir William, I reverence the sublimity of your fancy.
Aside.
If mine be not done by playtime, I'll break my tailor's head and never pay the bill.
But what new discoveries have you made lately, Mr. Woodby? Never a project.
Yes, sir. I am going to erect an office for poetry.
How? An office for poetry?
Aye, sir, where all poets may have free access, paying such a moiety of their profits, and be furnished with all sorts of refined words adapted to their several characters.
The poets will be very much obliged to you. Truly, sir.
I think so. Hark ye, I'm upon another project, which you'll not guess for a wager.
No, really, Mr. Woodby, 'tis not in my shallow capacity to fathom the profundity of your wit.
Oh, Sir William, such accumulated kindness will bankrupt my poor acknowledgments. Profundity of your wit, spoke like a gentleman and a scholar. Thou art expensively obliging, therefore I will communicate. Though it is not grown to a full maturity yet, 'tis this. For the good of the public, I am contriving how to save the charges of hackney coaches. The rascals are so saucy, especially to ladies, there's no enduring them. I resolve to destroy their constitution.
As how, prithee?
They are the most necessary things in the world. A hackney coach carries us from one end of the town to the other in a trice.
Aye, Sir William, but my project carries them quicker, and without going out of their houses.
That's a stratagem indeed, beyond my comprehension.
If you can do that, Mr. Woodby, you need not fear a patent. The ladies will be all of your side.
They will have reason, sir, for they may dress, patch, paint, drink tea, or play at piquet, all the while they are going to the playhouse. Is not this an excellent project?
Excellent indeed. But prithee, how is it?
How is it? You must deal with the devil, certainly.
No, without his help, I assure you, 'tis all my own. This individual brain contrived it. Were I known at court, I should be a great man, a most magnificent man.
Oh, this project, sir, will do your business.
I know you are impatient for the secret. You are my friends, or I'd not impart a matter of this consequence.
I hope you don't doubt our secrecy.
Not in the least. To convince you, 'tis this. I'll make the streets to move.
The streets move? Prithee, how wilt thou do that?
Oh, by clockwork, sir.
By clockwork? What make the solid earth move by clockwork?
Aye, sir, I affirm that's possible. You mistake, the earth is not solid. Read but Baker's Chronicle, and you will find a whole field walked 10 miles in Queen Bess's day.
But not by clockwork, Mr. Woodeby.
I can't be positive in that, but if it can walk at all, why can't it be made walk by clockwork? But in a month's time I shall be able to answer that, and all other objections, for you must know, yesterday I began my study in order to search out the curiosity of every country, language, art, and science. You shall hear how I canton out the day. I rise about 5. My first hour is laid out upon law. 'Tis fit a gentleman should understand the laws of his country, though I hate the confounded study, 'tis so crabbed. At 6 I read a lesson of Greek. At 7 one of Hebrew. 8 is for Italian. 9 for Spanish. 10 for French. 11 astronomy. 12 is proper for geometry. Then the sunbeams are perpendicular.
Excellent!
At 1 I dine. I then repose an hour for digestion. At 3 I study physic, that if I'm poisoned by the vintners, I may not be killed by the doctors. At 4 logic. At 5 philosophy. At 6 husbandry, that when my father dies, my steward and tenants may entreat me.
A politic thought.
Hawking, hunting, fishing, fowling at 7, architecture at 8, for to understand the art of building is of mighty consequence towards raising a man's fortune, you know. 9 for poetry, in honor of the 9 muses, because I love the ladies' company towards bedtime. Thus, in a month, I hope to become a master of all these things. How like you my rules, gentlemen, huh?
Oh, wonderfully.
Well, poetry is one of the noblest parts of the mathematics, but we have such factions now on foot that music has put poetry quite out of tune.
Aside.
But that suit, I must to my tailor immediately.
But, Mr. Woodeby, the towns say you are much in Beliza's favour. You won't rival my brother, will you?
Not I, upon my soul. But does the town really say so?
Why should I tell you so else?
Nay, the elegance of my fabric has titillated the imagination of many a fine lady, I assure you.
Ha! The fool believes you.
Where do you dine, Sir William?
With my sister Cautious.
Would be, aside.
If Beliza likes me, I'm a happy mortal. I'll make some advance, and give her to understand I'm not inexorable. I'll rendezvous you at the portal of her apartment after dinner. You're most obsequious.
Exit.
He took particular notice of your cloths, brother. I'll venture a guinea the next time he appears. He's equipped to a hair, if either money or credit be in his power.
I believe that, but I'll give him enough on't if he is. 'Tis the most whimsical coxcomb I ever saw.
Well, but how goes it between you and Beliza, brother?
I begin to doubt a rival there, but who, I can't find out. She has grown indifferent of late, often abroad and seldom in humour when at home. If there be a favourite in reserve, let her take care to conceal him. For faith, I have sucked in the Spaniards' jealousy with their air, and should breathe a vein without scruple.
Well, if ever I be in love, of all passions which agitate the mind of man, grant I may never be infected with jealousy.
Thou prayest against the only thing that gives love a relish. Love, like to luscious meat, will surfeit breed, and hurt the stomach which they're sent to feed. Without a grain of jealousy applied, your appetite, your health, and life's destroyed.
Exit. The scene changes to Belair's lodgings. Enter Belair meeting Mrs. Patch.
I foresee this day, Mrs. Patch, will be a lucky day. The sight of thee
will not please you. I dare be positive my lady can't see you to-day, being obliged to go abroad.
Belair, aside.
Oh, propitious disengagement. Now, if my incognita does but send, I'll wait for her return. Let it be never so late.
Not to-day, sweet sir. Your love runs on wheels. Pray, more softly, sir.
Belair, aside.
This girl's very pretty. I never minded her so much before. Harkye, child, I will come. If I miss thy lady, thou shalt keep me company.
You are merry, sir.
I must be so, when I am near anything belonging to Beliza. Methinks I entertain her whilst thou art near me.
I can't tell how you mean it, sir, but I assure you, as fine gentlemen as yourself have paid their devotions to me before now.
Why not? He must be insensible that so much beauty cannot warm.
Kisses her. Enter Robin. Robin, aside.
Why, the devil's in my master! Egad, I shall starve with him in love's kitchen, for he engrosses all sorts of flesh, I find.
Not so close, I beseech you, sir.
Pushing him away.
I protest, my heart feels 1,000 emotions for thee.
Pray stop your emotions, sir, and don't load me with your heart, for I have so many already, I don't know where to put them without choking one another.
Robin, aside.
She need never fear that. He'll not stay so long.
I protest, it is a pleasure to look on thee.
He does not love to be idle, I'll say that for him. But I bring him employment and must disturb him. Sir!
I am not surprised at that, for I take pleasure to look on myself, and generally do it 1,000 times a day.
Sir? Sir? Sir!
Belair, aside to Robin.
How? Has she sent?
The maid stays for you, sir.
Oh, transport! Run! Fly! Let everything be ready for my change of dress. I'll be there in an instant. I wish this girl were gone.
So, the tide's turned already. Why, what a hurrying life's this I lead.
Exit.
Well, what more fine things, sir?
Nay, I see you don't believe what I have said already. And
Aside.
Bishbox. How shall I get rid of her?
You are out of humour, sir. I hope
No, child. I...
Aside.
What the devil shall I say? This is the most unlucky accident.
What is it, sir?
Belair, aside.
A good hint. Why, my man tells me there is a friend of mine wounded in a duel, and desires me to bring a surgeon immediately. So, dear little rogue, excuse me, this kiss to thy lady, and tell her Revel lives not in her absence.
Aside.
If this don't do, I shall go distracted. That's certain.
Nay, I have done my message, so your servant.
Exit.
So, Now for my dear unknown. Let me see, what am I? A country gentleman. I must restrain my humour. A little gravity will be necessary to adorn that character. Besides, the invention's new and gives the intrigue the greater gusto. To gain my point, I'll every art improve. All policies allowed in war and love.
Exit. End of Act 1. Act 2 of Love at a Venture by Susanna Centlivre. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Love at a Venture Act 2. Beliza's Lodgings. Beliza and Camilla.
And you are really in love with this stranger cousin?
I fear so, Beliza.
To what purpose?
To no purpose at all, without thy help.
You are assured of me. But prithee, in what can I help thee? You neither know who he is, nor what he is. He may, for aught you know, be a wretch unworthy of your esteem.
Impossible. I tell thee, he's a country gentleman, which the term brought up to town on business.
Then how are you sure he is not married in the country?
Start no objections, I beseech you. I am sure he is not married. He did not look as if he was.
Well, suppose he is what you'd have him be. You know your father has disposed of you, and I'm afraid won't be prevailed upon to alter his mind.
Aye, there's the only bar to all my wishes. Why should our parents impose upon our inclinations in that one choice which makes us ever happy or ever miserable?
'Tis an unjust prerogative parents have got, from whence I see no deliverance without an act of Parliament.
If thou art my friend, Beliza, I may chance to cross my father's design without the help of the Senate.
I confess I am a well-wisher to disobedience in love affairs. There's my hand. Instruct me how I may be serviceable.
Thus, I have sent Flora to give him an invitation hither.
Hither? To my lodgings?
Aside.
'Tis well I sent Colonel Revel word I should not be at home.
Yes, I hope you'll forgive the liberty I've taken. I was not willing he should know mine till I had your approbation of him.
But how if my lover, Sir William, should happen to come, who is grown a perfect Spaniard since his travels, and has of late been apprehensive of a rival, though from what cause I know not? The country gentleman would be in danger, I assure you.
To prevent his being seen, I have ordered him to be brought in the back way. He is yet a stranger to everything that concerns me. He neither knows my name nor family, nor shall he, if you approve him not. Therefore, after I have thanked him for the service he did me, I'll give him to understand I have a relation whose judgment I rely on, and from her mouth he must receive his hopes. Then I'll call you in and retire.
You have a very good opinion of me, cousin.
I have so.
Enter Flora.
He waits your pleasure, madame.
Bring him in. Cousin, you'll be at hand.
In the next room.
Exit Beliza. Enter Belair, gravely dressed.
This is an honour so much above my merit, madam, that I receive it with confusion, and shall be uneasy till you inform me how I may return this wondrous favour. I am caught by Venus. What eyes are there?
Rather, instruct me, sir, how I may return the obligations I have to you. They are no common ones. You purchased my life at the hazard of your own, and it shall be the business of that life you saved, if ever aught falls within my power, to serve you.
Aside.
Oh, my heart!
On that kind promise will I build my hopes. Nay, I will rely upon it. And now, madam, I must declare that it is in your power to overpay the hazard you have mentioned. The only woman I could be content to take, for better, for worse, I ever saw.
Aside.
Gad, I'm on the very precipice of matrimony if she consents.
Gratitude obliges generous souls. Then be assured and ask.
Aside.
Pray heaven his designs be honourable, that he asks the right.
Belair aside.
'Tis done, faith. Your heart. I fear you'll think I am too bold in my desires. But you commanded me to speak, and I durst not tell you a lie. Yourself would have discovered it, for your beauteous image is drawn so lively in my breast, that you are mistress of every thought and every wish about it.
Camilla aside.
My soul tells him, through my eyes, I fear, that his request is granted. I confess you have surprised me, sir, and I know not well what to answer you. Only this, were I free to dispose of my person, with my heart, your services should not go unrewarded.
Huh? What say you, madam? Your words shake me like an ague fit. You are not, forbid it heaven, married?
Not married.
Nor vowed against it?
Neither. But I've a father to whom my duty must submit. Without his leave I measure not a foot of his estate, though I'm his only child.
Let him keep it then, if love had any power o'er your soul. Or had I charms to wound like you, this would be no obstacle.
You have too many, and I find my heart but too inclining, were it possible. But my duty...
Belair aside.
Oh, ecstasy! I shan't contain myself. It shall be possible. Give me to understand your father, madam, that I may apply myself to him. If avarice affects him, and wealth be his only aim, I am an heir to an estate, perhaps as large as he can wish.
But how are you sure your father will consent? And why would you hazard his displeasure for a stranger, sir?
The estate's entailed, he cannot hurt me there, and here I must be happy or not at all. May I not know your family?
Yet you must not.
Why should you deny me? Is it not in my power to know? Can I not inquire when I go out whose house this is?
Without any benefit by it, for these are a friend's lodging, whose judgment I esteem. You shall consult her. If she approves it, perhaps you may know mine before night. Who's there?
Enter Flora.
Desire Beliza to walk in.
Belair aside.
Huh? Did you not name Beliza? I hope it is not that Beliza I know. If it should, I am in a fine condition.
Enter Beliza and Patch. Aside.
By ill luck, the very she. What the devil shall I do?
Cousin, this is the gentleman I'm so much obliged to. Mr. Constant, this is a relation of mine.
What do I see? Colonel Revel here?
Aye, 'tis even he.
Belair aside.
There is no excuse to be made now. Thou never-failing power of impudence assist me. I must honour everything that's related to you, madam.
Salutes her.
How grave he is in this disguise. Piques me, methinks, though I had no design upon him.
How sober he looks.
This is the friend I refer you to, Mr. Constant.
Constant? Yes, he is constant, with a witness.
What she promises, I'll confirm.
Exit.
I am in a hopeful way, faith.
Aside.
Gad, I am so confounded I know not how to look, but I am resolved to carry it off and persuade her I am not the man. Madam, I am obliged to my stars. However, though they conceal the family and name of her I adore, they give me an opportunity of knowing her second self, you being made so by the strictest bonds of friendship.
Aside.
This is the hardest task I ever went through, by Jupiter.
I don't wonder that you know me, but I am surprised at your impudence.
This is the first time I was ever accused of that by a fair lady. Wherein have I incurred your displeasure?
Pray, sir, do you act this part upon a wager, or do you think I have lost my senses? Very pretty, truly.
A wager? Part and senses? What do you mean, madam?
Aside.
Oh, mischievous encounter.
Colonel Revel can inform Mr. Constant of my meaning.
Colonel Revel? Who's he?
Aside.
Pox of the name.
So he don't know himself.
You don't know such a man as Colonel Revel?
Not I, upon my word, madam.
Well, such an assurance I never saw. And do you think this will pass upon me?
Belair, aside.
I hope so. I protest, madam, I can't guess what you aim at.
Were I in your place, madam, I'd have him tossed in a blanket.
Belair, aside.
Well said, Mrs. Patch. Gad, were I well out of their hands.
Look ye, sir, your declaration for my cousin concerns me not, for from the first to me you appeared as indifferent as now. But if you think to impose upon my understanding, you'll draw my utmost malice on your head.
And I need no more.
Aside.
For the malice of a woman exceeds the devil's. Your raillery is very pleasant, madam, but very different from what I expected. For I confess I am a stranger to your meaning.
Oh, you shift your shape so often, you may easily forget. An excellent contrivance, to take as many names as you make mistresses.
Consult your pocket-book, sir, and you'll find your name was Revel 2 hours ago.
This is a new way of treating strangers, madam. Do you call this telling me the secrets of the unknown fair?
Aside.
This will make the prettiest novel in the world.
The secrets of the unknown fair. Yes, she shall know your secrets, I promise you, and who you are. Believe me, your affairs are done with her. You shall neither know her name nor quality.
Recall that sentence, madam, or let me fall a sacrifice to your supposed resentments. Never to know my lovely dear incognita is death, with all the additional racks barbarians ever invented, to separate soul and body.
Aside.
I begin to grow perfect in my double art, I find.
Beliza, aside.
This is the most bare-faced impostor I ever saw. Really, now in my opinion, Colonel, you act the same person too long. Come, pull off the mask, and I'll forgive you, ha ha.
Belair, aside.
That wheedle shan't take, I must go through it. Mask, madam? By all the pangs of love I feel for your beauteous friend, I would wear no disguise to anything that belongs to her.
Well, was I my lady, I'd have that tongue pulled out of your head.
Pray, madam, who is that pretty enemy? Is she friend or some relation?
Do seem ignorant, poor devil. You don't know me. Not long since you knew me for this lady's maid, and liked me well enough to think me worth a compliment.
Make love to my woman? Pray, sir, what name would you have taken to her, ha ha?
You are in a pleasant humour, ladies. I hope I shall find the benefit of it. To my knowledge, I never saw any of you till this hour.
Aside.
This is a masterpiece of art, to face down 2 women at once.
Nay, if I had believed all he said to me, I should have registered him amongst my lovers. That is not true neither.
As the rest, poor gentlewoman, I pity thee. Prithee get advice before thy frenzy increase too much.
So, you'll persuade us we are mad by and by. And you don't bear a colonel's commission, and have not been in Portugal with Charles III?
You, upon my honour, madam. My name is Constant, born in Oxfordshire and come up about a suit in Chancery, and know this Colonel no more than you know me. If you please, I'll give my oath on't.
Aside.
Which I can do without perjury. That's my comfort.
A pleasant quibble.
This story has cost you some pains.
I wish I could see this gentleman which you take me for. Can you believe I could be so base to make love to another, if once I had presumed to mention it to you? Your charms are full security against such proceedings. I am concerned that nature has made any resemblance between us. I shall hate myself for being like him.
Well, whether you will or you will not be him, it is the same thing, provided you tell him that I suffered his addresses only for my diversion, and that I never had any passion for him, but loathe, detest, and hate him.
Tell him? Where shall I find him?
I have done, and desire you'd know your way out.
I would not willingly disobey a lady, but here, madam, you must pardon me, since my future good or ill depends on you. I cannot stir from hence till I obtain your promise to assist my suit, and give me hopes that I at last may know my beauty is fair.
Ha ha! All I can say, Colonel, is that you are very unlucky in this affair, not but you counterfeit to a miracle. But the mischief is that I have all my senses, can see Colonel Revel, hear Colonel Revel, and understand Colonel Revel too well to solicit his cause, I assure you.
There's your answer, sir, and if you please to follow me, I'll show you a way out better known to you than that you came in by.
Pray, good Mrs. Civility, be not so hasty. Give me leave at least to see your cousin before I go, madam.
To what end, pray?
To convince you of your error.
That's the hardest task that you ever undertook, Colonel, and not to be affected. Therefore, once more I tell you, you have seen your last of her, and your absence would oblige me.
'Tis very hard, madam, that because nature has made me resemble another person, who may, for aught I know, be a man of honour too, though unhappily under your displeasure, I should have the ill fortune to suffer for nature's fault.
That would indeed be unjust, but I shall not be prevailed upon to believe nature in the fault here. Therefore, pray retire. The scene is long enough. 'Tis time to change it. Good Colonel, don't oblige one to treat you below your title.
Don't you understand, my lady, sir?
Yes, madam, but too well. And if I must go without the satisfaction I expected, let me implore this favour. Tell her I die hers.
Exit.
And everybody's, I dare swear, in his turn.
This man is the very epitome of his sex, the completest juggler I ever saw. I protest his assurance has put me quite out of countenance.
Re-enter Camilla.
Well, how do you like him, cousin? Is he not a charming fellow?
I think not.
Pish, I know you do.
Indeed, I don't. And if you knew as much as I, you would think him as ugly as I do.
Ugly? Can any mortal think that man ugly? But prithee, what have you discovered? Won't you tell me?
Yes, if you promise to make right use on't.
What do you mean?
That your pretended lover is a villain.
How? Pray, cousin, explain yourself within the rules of good manners.
He deserves it not.
I don't understand you. And the introduction grows tedious. Of what do you accuse Mr. Constant?
In the first place, his name is not Constant, but Revel.
How know you that?
From his own mouth.
When?
A week ago.
Where?
Here in this house.
In this house? How came he hither?
Upon his legs, I think.
On what business, pray?
Much upon the same errand. Love.
Love? To whom?
To your friend and servant.
Now I find your drift. You like him yourself, and this is an artifice to blast my good opinion. 'Tis poorly done, Beliza.
No, my constitution is not so warm as yours. Remember, you took fire in the middle of water. I despise him.
We never despise indifferent things. I little expected this from a friend.
If you'd have the friend continued, don't provoke me to return suspicions, cousin.
Don't you provoke me by traducing of the man I love. He has not been in town 2 days, and you'd persuade me he has made overtures of love to you a week ago.
If I don't prove this is Colonel Revel, lately come from Portugal, and been in town this fortnight, and made me several visits under the pretense of courtship, a la mode, I'm content to forfeit both friendship and estate.
How shall it be proved? 'Tis sure impossible.
Write to him, and tell him what I have confirmed. Desire him to come hither to justify himself, if he expects any farther favors from you. At the same time, I'll send for him by the name of Revel, and appoint him here also. If there appear 2 men exactly the same, as I am sure they are, then I'll own myself in the wrong, and ask your pardon. If not, you shall mine.
Agreed. I'll in, and I'll write to him this moment. Pray heaven there be 2 Socias.
Exit. Enter Sir William.
I am pleased.
That's more than I am, I assure you, Sir William.
To find you alone, I meant, madam. I am not surprised at your being out of humour, for I have seldom found you in it of late, the reason of which I am yet to learn, not being conscious of having given you any cause, except the truest passion that ever possessed the heart of man be won.
Sometimes, and in some persons it is so. But from whence you derive your suspicions, I can't imagine.
From your excessive coldness. For some days past, I have beheld such a reserve in all your carriage to me, very different from what it used to be, and I begun to fear your heart had entertained some new amour.
Beliza aside.
I hope he has not discovered this impostor. He could not meet him, sure. You have no reason to doubt my sincerity, Sir William. I am not subject to fall in love. I may venture to say, you hold the greatest share in my heart.
That's kind, but this thin, airy diet of hope and expectation, Beliza, starve those which feed on it. Will you not admit me to the banquet of possession? When shall I receive from this hand the confirmation of those lips?
Kisses her hand.
When I can bring my heart to a resolution, Sir William, of quitting all these little innocent pleasures a single life permits, you shall have timely notice for a license.
Enter Patch.
Madam, your cousin Camilla desires one word with you.
Pardon my leaving you in my own lodgings, Sir William. Some affairs of my cousin's, who has lately come to town, press me at present. I shall come to cards at Lady Cautious's in the evening.
Exit.
I'll not fail being at home. There's something more in this than I can fathom. I resolve to watch her narrowly. If I have a rival, and 'scapes me, I forgive him.
Exit. End of Act 2. Act 3 of Love at a Venture by Susanna Centlivre. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Love at a Venture Act 3. Sir William's Lodgings. Sir William meeting Lady Cautious.
Tears, sister, what's the matter?
What should be the matter but my husband? That doting, old, desponding wretch, whose fierce mistrusts and jealousies is enough to distract anybody, still doubting Providence and fearing every wind. Yet you are too far from pitying my condition. You add to my misfortunes by making my confinement stricter, under the pretense of the honour of our family. I hope I'm of age to know how far that concerns me.
Ay, sister, but the wife that is displeased with the husband, and the husband that does not please the wife, are always in danger, she of liking somebody else, and he of being a cuckold. Now, while there is such a probability, the honor of our family requires a guard.
Why was I married then to that I cannot love?
My father knew his reasons, doubtless, sister.
Yes, I know 'em too. Sir Paul took me without a fortune, by which yours is the greater. Yet the consideration has no weight with you. It pleases you to see your sister condemned to the idle fancies and whimsical mistrusts of this impertinent dotard. He is so apprehensive of death that he allows a surgeon 100 a year perpetually to attend him, and would not set a step without him for 1,000. Nay, he lays in the same chamber. Just now he fancied himself cold 3 times, which he takes for an omen of his death. Pray heaven it proves so, and 'tis sent for 20 people to watch by him.
Ridiculous folly, but you must bear with it, sister. He is old.
Lady Cautious aside.
That's the worst argument under the sun for a young woman to bear with. Pray, brother, what gentleman is that which you've obliged with these lodgings?
Sir William aside.
Ah, has she seen him? Why do you ask?
Is it a crime to ask who's in my own house?
Yes, if they are not in your own apartment. 'Tis not modesty in your sex to inquire after ours. Now I foresee my error too late, in letting him have these lodgings. How came you to know there was a man here?
Lady Cautious aside.
I must not say I have seen him. My woman brought me word there was a stranger dressing himself when I sent her this morning to ask if you would not drink some chocolate with me.
Then you did not see him yourself?
No.
I'm glad to hear that, for he is libertine enough to engage her.
But suppose I had? Where had been the crime?
Nay, no crime, sister. Only I would not have you affronted. Therefore, pray take care not to come near this apartment, for he hates the sight of women.
Lady Cautious aside.
That's false to my knowledge, for he said the softest things to me that love could form. Say you so, brother, an unpolished brute. I hope he is not to continue long here.
Only for 2 or 3 days.
Lady Cautious aside.
Oh, my heart, so short a stay.
Ho, here he comes. Retire, sister.
Lady Cautious aside.
I must see him again, though you prevent me now. If I don't break through this constraint, say, woman wants contrivance.
Exit. Enter Belair and Robin.
Why then, this proved a confounded mistake, sir. But were it possible you could not know the house again?
How could I, when I was conveyed the back way into an apartment, when I never was before? The cunningest man alive might have been deceived as well as I. But the gift of impudence is a wonderful gift, huh? Sir William, I did not see thee.
I believe not. Love and variety clouds thy sight. But what is the disappointment you speak of?
I am an unlucky dog, that's all. I fell into the company of both my mistresses at once.
This 'tis to have more intrigues than one can imagine. And how did you behave yourself?
Faith, en cavalierement. I stuck close to the name of Constance and my incognita, for I like her best.
Robin aside.
Till he sees somebody he likes better.
And swore I never saw t'other in my life, nor never heard the name of Revel, but was as downright a country gentleman, and made love as gravely as ever a squire of 'em all.
And did the imposition pass?
Not without scruple. but I'll undertake to make myself two distinct persons as clear as the sun at noonday, if thou'lt assist me.
How? For the frolic's sake, I care not if I do.
Then, as I have occasion, you shall receive instructions. I want a messenger in my interest.
That I can procure you, but to what purpose?
You shall know in time. I shall want thy personal appearance too.
You shall want nothing in my power. But prithee, do you like either of 'em well enough to marry?
In my conscience I think I could be content with the noose, if my incognita's family be answerable to her beauty.
Robin aside.
Nay, if he grows honourably in love, I may hope for some rest at last.
Why will ye not quit the other, then?
T'other is related and a friend. If I deceive her not, she'll maliciously spoil my intrigue. Besides, 'tis a pretty amusement, and the design so novel, that I must pursue it for the pleasure of invention, and I think it possible to perform. We have seen two people so very alike, that when absent they could not be distinguished from one another.
But if the faces wore resemblance, the voice or shape discovered it.
But a good assurance solves all that.
Why, sir, if the worst comes to the worst, that they will both have you, why, e'en marry them both. Keep one for yourself, and the other to entertain your friends. Or, if you please, sir, to do you a service, I don't care if I take one of 'em off your hands.
Then you'd venture to rely upon your master's choice.
Aye, sir, sooner than e'er a man in England. My master has tasted so many of those dishes that I dare trust to his palate.
You are a witty rascal, huh? Who have we here? Thy mimic?
Enter Would-be, dressed like Sir William and Ned Freelove. Would-be aside to Ned.
Well, I have surprised some ladies, strangely, that stopped at their coach, and called out, "Sir William, Sir William!" And when I turned back, and they discovered their mistake, they blushed intolerably.
Nay, your dress is exactly the same with his. The mistake was very easy.
Mr. Would-be, your servant.
Surprising! Another suit!
What a consternation you have put him in!
What's the matter with you, sir? This minute you looked as gay and pleasant as the month of June, and now it is December. At least, he has discovered you, brother.
Most beatifically expressed, and worthy of quotation.
Takes out a pocket-book and writes.
I presume, sir, you are examining what assignations fall out this hour, that you may not disappoint the ladies?
No, sir. I am taking cognizance of the gentleman's wit.
I hope you are not one of those spongy-brained poets that suck something from all companies to squeeze into a comedy, enacting of which the pit and boxers may laugh at their own jests.
Where each may claim his share of wit.
And by my consent should claim a share of the profits too.
Would-be aside.
This is a gentleman of an intellectual sublimity. No, sir, I contemn the terrain extraction of those poor animals, whose barren intellects thrust such spurious brats abroad. When I write, it shall be all my own, I assure you.
Oh, Mr. Would-be can never want assistance of that kind.
Would-be aside.
What shall I do with these clothes? I would not give a farthing for them now he has left them off. That's 10 times the prettier suit, in my opinion. Well, he is the most genteel fellow in Europe.
Enter Robin.
Sir, the incognita's maid, sir, has brought you this letter, and stays for an answer.
Gives him a letter. Reads.
My cousin has a strange opinion of you, and nothing but your personal appearance immediately can prevent my giving credit to her story. Make haste if you expect any further favours from your incognita. Any further favours? Yes, I do expect further favours, or I would never take half the pains. Let me see.
Would-be, aside.
Ah, I wished I could sell this coat. I shall never endure the sight of it, that's certain.
Harkye, sir, do tell the maid I'll not fail the summons, and do you hear? Follow her at a distance till you see her housed. If she goes to Beliza's, do you ask to speak with Beliza's cousin, and tell her you left me in the street talking to somebody, but that she might not think me long I sent you before. Be sure you make no blunders, sirrah.
I warrant you, sir, lying has become my vocation. But, sir, what name, sir?
Constant, you forgetful blockhead.
Ah, I have it. The country gentleman, sir.
Belair, aside to Robin.
Aye, away.
Exit Robin.
What? Another billet-doux?
'Tis from my unknown. Now for thy assistance.
Would-be, aside.
What contrivance shall I have for such a dress? My rogue of a tailor will not trust, that's certain. Let me think. That won't do. No, nor that. Oh, I have it.
Takes out his book and writes.
This messenger must be had immediately, Sir William.
I'll procure you one instantly.
Then I am master of my art.
Sir William, I recommend that to your perusal...
Gives him the tablets. Aside.
If this project takes not, I'm undone.
What's this?
Reads.
We whose names are here subscribed do promise to make our personal appearance in the side box, the third day of a new play, either tragedy, comedy, farce, or opera, that shalt be written by Timothy Woodby, Esquire, and played at one of the houses or both, as the players can agree about that, on forfeit of a guinea, which we have deposited in the hands of the author.
A pretty contrivance for another suit.
This is new indeed. Oh.
I love to encourage ingenuity. He has flung away many a guinea after me. Now I'll give him one. Pray enter me down, Mr. Woodby.
Let me entreat your own hand for the encouragement of others.
Sir William writes.
I'll not be out at a frolic. There's mine too.
There, brother, and to your name too.
Gives Ned a guinea.
With all my heart. There is Belleville, Lowville, and Freewit. You may depend on Mr. Woodby.
I'll wait on them incontinently.
But when is this play to be writ, sir?
That I must consider on, sir. Too many things at once destroy the thought and dull the fancy.
But suppose it should not live till the third day. The town is very capricious.
I know it, sir. For that reason I took this method. When their gold is at stake, they'll bring in their bodies to save their bail. Egad, I shan't have money enough. Let me see. I'll sell these clothes to make it up. Gentlemen, I'm your most obliged.
Exit.
He is upon the wing with his subscription. I'll follow and see if he goes to their lodgings.
Exit.
Now, for thy business, Belair, where shall I find you half an hour hence?
Here, for I must now dress me.
Very well.
Exit.
So thus far I'm right. Now for half an hour's respite from the fatigue of business. Gad, I wish the pretty creature I saw in the morning would fall in my way. Who the deuce is she, I wonder? No matter who, she's handsome, and that's knowledge enough to recommend her. Ha! Here she comes, by Jove.
Enter Lady Cautious.
Here he is. Oh, a charming, handsome fellow. What excuse shall I make? Ha! I thought Sir William had been here. Sir, I beg your pardon.
He's just gone out, madam. He's a happy man to have so much beauty in quest of him.
Beauty's an epithet your sex never failed to make use of to raise our vanity when present. But the object once removed, you soon recall your praises.
Sometimes, madam, good manners produce adulation. But here flattery dares not show her face. Your charms are so conspicuous. They need no art to inform your knowledge, nor I no cunning to enslave myself. I am chained already. Your eyes at first sight reduced me, and the short moments which we passed this day together made such an impression on my heart that I have thought of nothing since but how to see you again.
Lady Cautious aside.
Oh, how his words run through my soul! Alas, sir, to what purpose should you see me? I am married.
Belair aside.
Good.
Wretchedly married.
Belair aside.
Better and better. Wretchedly married, say you?
Wretchedly. To an old, peevish, desponding wretch.
Belair aside.
As I could wish. Her dislike of her husband is my first step to possession.
Forced by my friends to wed him, by which all my happiness in this world is lost.
Banish that thought, my charming creature. 'Tis a false one. There are joys, inestimable joys in store. Give me but leave, and I'll inform you where they may be reaped.
Taking her hand.
Not by me without a crime.
The crime be on their heads that forced your marriage. Nature never designed these charms should wither in the arms of age, and destined only to a clod. Besides, your not consenting to the match makes it invalid, out of no force to hold you. Take pity then both of yourself and me. I languish, sigh, despair, nay, even die for you.
Help me, heaven! I have no power to speak.
Oh, do not struggle so, nor dash my rising hopes. Leave me not, except you wish my death, which I resolved the moment you depart.
Forbid that thought. I cannot see you die, yet must not yield. Let me go for virtue's sake.
Love forbids it. Oh, I shall faint with ecstasy of pleasure. No jessamine nor rose has half the sweets that dwell upon these lips. 'Tis essence from the throne of Jove, this neck, this breast. Oh, every part about thee is celestial. Lodestone-like, thy breath attracts and draws my lips to thine.
Kissing her.
Oh, the difference between his kisses and my husband's. What shall I do?
Do? Consent to bless the man that loves you.
But how long will he do so?
That's ever the women's question. Ask not that. Can I prove false to so much beauty? Oh, no. Faithful as the needle to its pole, or the turtle to its mate. Secret as a priest, and loving as the vine. Give me possession once, and bind the truest of his sex forever.
Pulling her. Sir Paul within.
Basilicon!
Oh, my husband's voice!
Sir Paul within.
Oh, the thieves! Thieves!
Belair aside.
A curse of all ill luck, just in the critical moment when she was yielding. Death! What shall I do, madam? Can you put me nowhere?
Impossible! He'll search the house!
Aside.
Now the deuce take me for shrieking!
Then there's no way to cut his throat.
Now help me, dear invention!
Lady Cautious pauses. Sir Paul within.
Basilicon? Why, where's my surgeon there? I shall be murdered. Here's thieves got into my house.
A lucky hint. Improve it.
Improve what?
Enter Sir Paul and servants.
What's here, a man? A thief? A thief, fall on! Fall on!
I shall be apprehended for a rogue here. Make your myrmidons be civil, sir, or I shall whip you through the guts by Hercules.
Lays his hand on his sword.
Basilicon, keep near me. Basilicon!
Oh, hold, Sir Paul. What do you do? Abuse a gentleman that came to save your life?
What the devil does she mean now? Some turn to bring me off, if I can but hit her right.
Lady Cautious aside to Belair.
Tell him you saw the house beset with rogues. Tell him anything.
A witty rogue.
How's that?
Yes, sir. I came to do you service.
As how, pray sweet sir? To lie with my wife, ha?
No, sir. Coming by your house, I saw 4 men and heard them say, "That's the door. Dog him to some convenient place, and then secure him."
Secure me for what, sir? I owe nobody nothing. I have no employment in the state, sir.
Your riches is much talked on, sir, and people imagine you have got that which we call the philosopher's stone. I believe they design to rob and murder you. I heard 'em mutter something of ripping you up and dissecting you.
Oh, bloody villains!
Lady Cautious aside.
Excellent fellow!
They talked as if you swallowed the stone every morning and kept it in your body for greater security all day.
Monstrous!
I find their design is to search for that stone, which, if they get it, will make them as rich as aldermen ever after.
Barbarous! Sir, if you'll believe me, I don't know what they mean by the philosopher's stone, as I hope for long life. I have no stone worth a groat, except the stone of this ring.
Nay, I know nothing of that, sir. I thought myself bound in honour, though unknown to you, to give you notice of your danger.
Sir, I heartily thank you. My coachman indeed told me there was 4 men behind my coach last night, which made me not go abroad today. These must be the rogues.
Lady Cautious aside.
It passes as I would have it. Oh, but I wish he had been at the bottom of the sea when he interrupted us. For that charming fellow has got my heart, I find that.
Belair aside.
Pop's taken for his unseasonable intrusion.
I thought I heard you shriek out, wife.
Lady Cautious aside.
I wish I had been done what I did. Yes, my dear, with design to raise the house, to pursue and take the rogues this gentleman told me of, at least disperse them, that my love would be in no danger.
Oh, was it that? Very well. Come, you and I will retire to my closet, and return thanks for this deliverance, Basilicon. Come you along with us, sir. I thank you.
Exit.
I never had less religion about me in my life.
Exit.
If thou hadst stayed but 1/4 of an hour longer, oh no, thou shouldst have had something to have thanked me for.
Enter a servant.
Sir William sends to tell you that he and the gentleman you want stays for you at the coffee house, sir.
I come.
Exit servant.
Was there ever such a promising project crossed? I must have her, and I find she must have me too. What various hazards do we rovers run to purchase what we slight as soon as won, and women know it too, yet long to be undone.
End of Act 3. Act 4 of Love at a Venture by Susanna Centlivre. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Love at a Venture, Act 4. Robin, Solus.
Here she went in. Let me see. I am to say... What am I to say? Pox on it, my master gives me so many different lessons, one knocks the other out of my head. He's doing... No, he did not bid me say he was doing. He was stopped in the street. Aye, that's right. And his name... Oh, but I forgot his name now. But here's the maid, and so 'tis no matter.
Enter Flora.
Ha! Robin! Is your master come?
He's coming, child. A lawyer, I believe, for he had a swinging stroke with his tongue, stopped him in the street. About his lawsuit, I suppose. So he sent me express, fraught with his eager wishes, to beg thy lady's patience for 2 minutes only, and then he'll throw himself at her feet.
Aside.
Egad, I think I have made as noble a speech as ever a courtier of 'em all.
Why don't you come in and deliver your message, then?
Now I have seen thee, I dare not.
Why, what do you fear?
Those pinking ogles of thine. But now I think on it, if my master and your lady couple, that fall to me, of course.
To you? I believe not, sir.
But I believe yes. Are not we perquisites made for one another? Our stations the same, our employments alike. You dress your lady, so do I my master. You receive and deliver messages, so do I. And lying is the common vocation of us both.
You are very familiar in your courtship.
'Tis my way, but I know truth is an out-of-fashioned courtship, which your sex is not used to. Ah, my master!
Enter Belair, dressed for revel.
Sir, I did your message.
My message? Fellow, what message?
Aside.
This dog will spoil all by his blunders. He does not see that I am revel now. Do you know who you speak to?
By my troth, I don't know. And yet methinks I should know, too.
'Tis very strange if he should not know his master.
Why, sir, pray, are not you my master?
I'll tell you, rascal.
Strikes him a box on the ear. Robin, aside.
Egad, I'm in the wrong, but where I can't tell. His fingers are grown plaguy flippant of late.
Is Beliza within, my dear? Dost know?
I believe she is, sir. I'll let her know you'd speak with her, if you'll please to signify what name you'll wear at present.
Name? Why, my own name, child. Revel. What name should I wear? Oh, pleasant. Ah.
Robin, aside.
There was my mistake now.
Here she comes, sir.
Enter Beliza.
So darts the sun through all the thick-wrought clouds to cheer the labouring swain.
Catching her in his arms.
Hold, sir. Who are you, pray? The colonel or the country gentleman? The grave, furious, formal lover, or the gay, rakish soldier? Let me know, I beseech you, that I may square my conversation to yours.
Why these interrogatories? Madam, do you walk in your sleep? Now I fancy you are in a dream. Aye, it is so, faith, and I cannot resist the opportunity for gloves.
Kisses her.
Away, thou exquisite dissembler! How can you look me in the face?
Because I don't know a face in Europe that pleases me half so well. But prithee, why this air of indifference, or rather resentment? Look ye, madam, if you affect this quarrel by the way of poignant sauce, you have no need of those little recourses of your sex. Revel loves as much as ever, and dare promise...
More than you perform.
Accuse me not before you try me. But why these cross purposes?
Aside.
Ha! My incognito. Now, Belair, play the part.
Here's one will inform you.
Enter Camilla.
Oh, Mr. Constant, are you come?
Constant? Yes, faith, madam, I am as constant as any man. This lady can witness for me.
Not in the court of conscience, sir.
Then you have no conscience at all.
Robin aside.
If my master took up lying by the week, what a confounded interest 'twould come to in a year.
Do you know why I sent for you so soon, Mr. Constant?
No, madam, nor that you sent for me at all.
You mistake, cousin. This is Colonel Revel, ha ha.
Colonel Fiddle, is it not? Sure I know Mr. Constant.
Constant? Who is he, madam?
Who's he? Why, are not you he?
Not that I know of.
Ha ha, you shall be Revel, sir, till Constant comes, if my cousin will give you leave.
I'm surprised at his impudence. Pray, were not you here 2 hours ago, sir?
Not that I remember.
Impossible. Did not you save me from drowning yesterday?
'Twas in my sleep, then, for waking I'm sure I did not.
Distraction. Nor is not your name Constant, and Oxfordshire?
Quite wrong. This is a pretty Christmas game, lady. But pray let me have some commands as well as all the questions.
Nor, don't you know this footman?
Game? No, madam. Never saw him in my life.
Robin aside.
Oh, Lord, who am I now? For he has renounced me heartily.
What say you, friend? Don't you know this gentleman neither?
No more than I do the great mogul, madam.
Who do you belong to?
Belong to, madam?
Aside.
Why, a pox on his other name. Now I can't think on it, if I were to be hanged.
Aye, who do you belong to, I say again?
Why, I belong to my master, madam.
And what is master's name, pray?
Name, madam? His name is... Now I think of it, I won't tell his name. Why, sure, I'm too big to be catechized.
Belair aside.
This dog will betray me.
You challenged this for your master just now.
What if I did, mistress? What then? He is not, it seems, without his being double, as you pretend.
Aside.
The devil should have doubled me too.
What business have you here?
Business? Why, I brought a message from my master to one of you, and so goodbye.
Hold, stay, sir. Pray, what was that message?
Why, that my master would be here presently.
Oh, I suppose this is Mr. Constant's man that you mistake me for.
Aside.
Now, pox of his memory.
You have hit it, sir. Mr. Constant is my master. Now his name's out.
I'm astonished. Cousin, did you ever hear the like?
Yes, the very same. But I traduced Mr. Constant then, you know. What say you, Revel, did I?
Ladies, do you design to bait me? If so, give me fair play at least. Hark ye, draw off your cousin and confess your plot, or egad I'll humour her frenzy and take the name of Constant and make love to her before your face.
With all my heart, 'tis not the first time, and I have no further services for you, ha ha.
Robin aside.
So he's in a fair way to lose them both.
Enter messenger and attendant.
I arrest you, sir, in an action of high treason.
Treason, sir? Sure you mistake the man.
Ha, how's this?
Your name's Revel, sir?
My name is Revel, sir, but guilty of no such crime.
Robin aside.
Here's a turn now. I must second him.
That must be proved. 'Tis no business of mine. I am only to execute my orders.
I am concerned for him, methinks. Won't you take bail, sir?
In these cases, no bail is admitted, ma'am.
My mind misgives me this is a trick.
Come, sir, I can't stay.
Hold, sir, pray enter my action too, for a box of the ear he gave me just now. This is some comfort, however. I shall see him hanged.
Come, gentlemen, I can easily prove my innocence, if I stand fair in this lady's opinion.
To Beliza.
I cannot fear the world.
Exit with messengers.
I wish you a good deliverance, Colonel.
Aside.
I know not what to think.
I'll see him lodged, I'm resolved.
Exit.
Nor I. To what end can a man affect these disguises?
Out of gallantry, cousin. I shall hardly be convinced without I saw them both together. I pity the Colonel's unhappy disgrace. But believe me, now he is arrested, Constant is no more. His man following him plainly showed the cheat.
Nay, I confess they are extremely alike, but observing very narrowly, I think their features are not exactly the same.
You are of my mind, madame, for methinks he is half an inch taller than Mr. Constant.
And something about his face, I don't know what.
I fancy his nose is something longer.
Thou hast hit it. It's his nose, I'm sure.
Enter Belair for Constant.
You are both mad, I'm sure. Ha ha ha. Bless me. Pray heaven it ben't the devil that thus deludes us.
I am come, madam, according to your commands. But if my reception prove like the last, the pleasure of seeing you be very much abate. I am first at the rendezvous, I perceive.
Now, cousin, you are convinced, I hope.
You are, I see.
Now, madame, I can tell you the very difference. His eyes are a little larger.
Nay, I think they are a great deal larger.
Why do you survey me so, madam? Is it possible that you can be deceived too? Where is this colonel to be found? Will he not come?
He is just gone.
He has disengaged himself, sir, to leave you room to act your part.
Why did you not keep him? I sent my man before me to let you know I would instantly be here.
How could we when the Queen's authority favoured his retreat?
How say you, madam? Has the Queen sent for him?
How cunningly you dissemble. But that's not new. Dissimulation seems your natural gift.
Still these reproaches. Will nothing that I say convince you? Why did you consent to let him go?
Camilla to Beliza.
Why, do you really think this is still the same?
I do, really. The trap was laid with too much policy to be prevented. Knowing the messenger, I never suspected the truth of the action. But I may change to counterplot you yet.
Exit. Belair aside.
So she has gone to the prison, but she'll return as unsatisfied as she went. Why do you take pleasure to insult the man your beauty has enslaved? If my visits be offensive, though I die without you, I prefer your peace so much above my own. I'll never disturb you with my presence more.
Camilla aside.
He looks, methink, with such an honest face, it can be only Constant. You must own, I have reason to suspect you, but you have a powerful advocate within, which pleads in your excuse, and fain would justify you.
Enter Robin.
At last I am satisfied that Spark is caged.
Did you follow him?
Do you doubt it?
Whom speak?
Oh, sir, are you there? He'll be hanged in effigy tomorrow.
How, sauce-box?
Ay, sir, he did box me, but I shall have a swinging revenge.
Revenge for what?
Why, sir, your likeness, that here has been such a sputter about, is taken up for treason, murder, robbery, and the devil and all.
Oh, misfortune, to be like such a rascal.
Ay, so it is indeed, sir. I thought he would have been pulled to pieces in the street. There were girls of 14 and women of 80, with actions of ravishment against him, and tavern and eating-house bills in abundance.
Belair aside.
The rogue has improved the hint admirably.
'Tis an ill-bred scoundrel. He's very like you, sir, that's the truth on it. He gave me the damnedest box on the ear, only because I mistook him for you. He has a swinging fist, sir, and that was all the distinction I could make between you. But I shall see him trussed for it. That's my comfort.
I am extremely pleased to find they are two different persons.
Enter Sir William.
Constant, I can't believe my eyes.
Why, what surprises thee?
I met thy very likeness in custody of a messenger, and stopped him to examine the reason. The spark snapped me up short, and told me 'twas none of my business, bade him pass on.
Aside.
I admired at the meaning, for I could have sworn it had been thee. That is Beliza's lodging, certainly.
Was he dressed like me too?
No, that was the only distinction I found about him.
Aside.
I with Beliza, bent the other woman.
Now, madam, are you still in suspense?
I'm convinced and overjoyed to find you what I wish you.
Sir William aside.
If my suspicions be true, I have a pretty kind of an employment here, serving my rival against myself.
Enter a servant.
Madam, your father wants you. He talks of having you married tonight.
Robin aside.
As that? Egad, my master will be fobbed at last, I fear.
Oh, unfortunate.
Sir William aside.
If it be so, 'tis some pleasure at least to know the man.
What do I hear? Oh, madam, if ever pity touched your soul, exert it now. Think where you are going. Think, too, who you leave. Give me some assurance to support my hope that you will disobey your father, or I am miserable.
Believe me, my surprise is as great as yours. I promise to use my utmost arguments against it. If I fail, you shall then know my father, and use your own discretion.
Exit with Flora.
That's all I ask. Unexpected turn of ill fortune. This news has changed the very countenance.
Why, one would swear thou wert really in love.
And not before sworn, Sir William. For faith, I do love her heartily, and am ready to capitulate for better, for worse, as soon as she pleases.
I'm glad to hear that. One thing, pray, tell me, without reserve.
Most willingly.
What design have you upon the other? For you can't marry 'em both.
Faith, no design at all. If I could come off handsomely, though she's very pretty, but too well acquainted with my incognito to have any intrigue with.
Does she love you, Belair?
Not that ever I could discover, to say the truth.
One thing more. Is not her name Beliza?
Belair aside.
He does know her. I'm afraid my plot's spoiled again. Nay, Sir William, don't force me to tell names, especially after the stratagem I have made use of.
Nay, nay, I am convinced 'tis the same. Had I apprehended it sooner, friend, you had not carried your design thus far.
Belair aside.
So I have made my rival my confidant. I find I am a lucky fellow. Now may he, out of pure revenge, discover me. If I have committed any fault, Sir William, 'twas a fault of ignorance. Could I divine the lady was your acquaintance, so that I am assured your friendship must forgive me.
What friendship must forgive, love denies, as I imagined here she comes.
Well, Sir William, whatever satisfaction you demand, I am ready to return. This favour let me obtain, as you are a gentleman. Betray me not to my fair unknown. This 'tis the most unfortunate thing.
Exit.
Quite undone again.
Exit. Enter Beliza.
I am confounded. I know not whether there be two or not. The messenger affirms that Revel is in his custody, but his orders run so strict that none must be admitted to see him. Ha, Sir William!
Pray, what was the subject of your ladyship's contemplation? Colonel Revel?
He has found it then at last. Why, do you know Colonel Revel, Sir William?
You do, I find, perfidious woman. Have I discovered thy falsehood? All thy turnings and windings of indifference had their source from hence.
Beliza aside.
The readiest way to stop his tongue is to let loose mine. Do exalt your voice, and raise your passion higher. But no, your jealous rage shall extort no submission from me, though I could clear my innocence with ease. But the man that dares suspect my conduct, and start a quarrel husband-like ere I have confirmed his title, I scorn to disabuse. So leave him to what method he thinks best.
Exit.
O guilt, what an assurance dost thou give! O hell, hell! What fate than this could more injurious prove, deceived by friendship and destroyed by love?
Exit. Scene changes to Sir William's lodgings. Enter Belair and Robin.
You act your part very well, sir, but there was one thing superfluous in that of Revel.
What was that, prithee?
The box of the ears, sir. 'Twas very uncomfortable.
Oh, there's a cordial for thee.
Gives him money.
'Twas only to teach you a good decorum.
Oh, sir, your humble servant. I am ready to be taught, sir, whenever you please.
But how are you sure my father knows I am in town?
Sure on it, sir. I saw him, and I told him you came but 2 hours ago, and that you'd wait upon him as soon as you had refreshed yourself with clean linen.
Death! And why did you do so, sirrah?
Because, sir, that was the first excuse that came to my tongue's end. And you know there is no humming and hawing with my old master, sir.
I'm in a blessed condition. In love with I know not who, to be found I know not where, undoubtedly out of favour with my father, if I refuse his choice, as most certainly shall.
Nay, good sir, be'n't over certain. Maybe she's as handsome as the other, and you may like her as well.
And in all probability in danger of a duel with my friend. To rectify all these matters require a Machiavellian brain. Go you wait at t'other lodgings.
Yes, sir. Now has he so many women upon his hands he knows not what to do with them. The first time I ever saw him puzzled in these matters.
Exit. Lady Cautious passing over the stage.
My charmer, the sight of thee dispels my melancholy, and revives the joy within my breast which first those eyes inspired.
Why were you melancholy, sir? Impossible.
How should I be otherwise in the absence of my love?
Abundance of love, but not a grain of constancy, I fear.
As constant as the sun, my fairest.
What, like him, court all you meet and quit as soon as tasted? Nature never designed my sex to feed your luxury, but for health, content, and necessaries.
Right. Why then can you deny the man that endeavours to engross those necessaries you speak of?
Where they are lawful, but upon second thoughts I find I have scruples.
Vapours, all lawful. Why, the mechanical notion I have of the world is a rich banquet, set off with all the choicest things of the creation, where man's the guest. And would it not be the height of ill manners to snatch a dish and run away with it, when perhaps 20 more had a mind to the same meat?
And would it not be the extremity of folly to taste every dish, when your curiosity may bring a surfeit?
Then there's physicians enough in town to cure me.
Or kill you.
With all my heart. Because a house may fall on my head, must I therefore lie in the field? What have we to do with philosophy? For softer pleasures was your sex designed. Heaven formed and sent them to delight mankind. Nor rule or custom did we first obey, but freely loved where nature led the way.
Embracing her.
Bless me, you'll smother me.
Let's not in cold disputing waste the time, lest fortune, angry at our dull delay, send another interruption.
Well, you was born to ruin me, but do not, pray, do not use your force, for, well, I find my weakness.
A good hint. Sure fortune will not jilt me again. But hold, I'll secure the door.
Shuts the door.
Show me a man possessed of half an hour's happiness above me.
Takes hold of her. Knocking without.
I'm done forever. There's somebody at the door. If I'm discovered, ruin attends me.
Another malicious devil has crossed me again. Why? Which way shall I get out? Is there no back stairs, no trapdoor? I'll jump out of the window.
By no means. What will come of me? Here, get into that closet.
Knocks again.
Anywhere. Oh, success, thou hast forsaken me.
Exit. Lady Cautious shuts the door, then opens t'other.
Who knocks without authority? Brother, is that you?
Aside.
What shall I say?
What business have you here?
Aside.
Confusion. How shall I contain myself?
If he has discovered me, I'm a dead woman. Why do you look so angry, brother? Is it a crime to be at your lodgings?
Yes, I forbade you. And what was the door shut for, huh?
Lady Cautious aside.
I shall be found out. There's no avoiding it. Because I was afraid the stranger which you say hates women should surprise me. I came hither to be private, and to avoid the impertinency of Sir Paul.
Aside.
I tremble at every joint.
Sir William aside.
Aye, she did come to avoid Sir Paul. That's plain enough. Oh, nature, why didst thou make a woman? I'm sure I heard his voice. Far off he cannot be. That closet must conceal him. I'm glad to find you so circumspect, sister. I am out of humour. You'll forgive me.
Aside.
How shall I get rid of her?
Lady Cautious aside.
Better than I expected.
Pray oblige me with pen, ink, and paper. I have lost the key of my scrutor, and can't come at mine.
With all my heart, brother.
Aside.
A fortunate escape.
Exit.
Let me consider. Shall I sacrifice his blood to my injured honour? No. I owe this life to him, which now I bear, and a solemn league of friendship joined our souls. I lodged him here, and shall I break the laws of hospitality? No. First, let me know how far my honour is concerned. If my sister has betrayed her virtue, and I prove it, my just resentment then shall fall on both. 'Tis resolved.
Puts out the candle, goes to the closet and knocks.
Sir?
Belair opens the door and comes out.
They're gone, my life, my love.
Sir William aside.
My life, my love, damnation! They are gone. Hush, make no noise. For your life, I expect my husband every minute. Therefore, if you love me, retire instantly.
Love thee, do I live? But oh, I fear these cursed malicious planets ne'er will crown my wishes.
Exit.
By that I find he has not enjoyed her. Now know how far she's inclined.
Sir William goes into the closet and shuts the door after him. Enter Lady Cautious with pen, ink, and paper.
Here's pen and ink, brother. Ha! In the dark. Brother? Brother! Oh, gone! Lucky opportunity! Let me escape now, and I'll never run the danger more.
Goes to the closet.
You may come out. The coast is clear.
Enter Sir William.
Then I'm happy. Now let's lose no time, but improve the precious moments. Conduct me to some more private place. There let me breathe my soul into your bosom, and pay the hazards which we have both run.
This is no time, except you wish my ruin. My brother is alarmed, and may return this minute, and sacrifice me to his jealous fears. Have you no regard for my safety? Yet you loiter to undo me.
Sir William aside.
Destruction seize thee. I will go, but first tell me when and where I shall be blessed again.
Press me not to further folly. I own the tender sentiments of my heart, and I fear I love you.
Sir William aside.
Excellent confession.
But my fears grow strong, and represent vice and hideous forms. Twice this day surprise preserved my virtue.
Sir William aside.
Twice, O traitoress.
And now, by all the virtuous stars, I'll never see you more.
Flings from him. Exit.
I'm glad to hear that. But did not she know me, so took her opportunity to start from my vengeance? It may be so, and thus be all a lie. It must be so. And now I could rip that bosom where her heart, her hot, lustful heart resides. Yes, if thou be guilty, these hands shall straight let out thy tainted blood, to wash the stains thou hast thrown upon our family.
Enter Sir Paul with a candle.
Mercy on me! What a noise is here in this house! But 'twere a blessing to be deaf. What did I say? Heaven forgive me. If I should be struck deaf now, what a lamentable thing 'twould be. In my conscience my ears sing. I have a strange humming in my head. Pray, heaven, I go not deaf in earnest. Well, my wife has so many relations that lodge here and visit her together. I shall certainly be undone. It costs me at least £5 a week in coffee, tea, chocolate, and ratifee. Mercy upon me! If I should come to want now in my old age, I may thank marriage for it. If I should come to be maintained by the parish now, oh, sad, oh, sad! Or should live to be blind, and led with a dog and a bell, what shall I do if I come to that? And who knows but I may? Let me see. I'll try how I can walk in the dark.
Puts out the candle. Enter Belair.
The devil take these disappointments, I say. I've peeped into every room I could find, but no sight of her. Well, if my incognita falls to my lot at last, 'twill be some amends.
What a wretched condition is it to be deprived of sight! The very apprehension puts me in a sweat all over. Within there, lights.
I can't imagine to what part of the house I am got.
Runs against Sir Paul.
What's that? Thieves! Thieves!
Pox, take this old cuff. How came I to stumble on him?
Basilicon! Why, Basilicon, I say! Murderer! Murder!
Enter servants with lights and Basilicon.
Sir, I am glad to see you with all my heart.
That's a lie, I believe. But what's your business here now, sir? Answer me that. Do you come to bring me another information of rogues, ah? I know you again. Either you come, sirrah, to make me a cuckold, or to rob my house. But I'll have you laid by the heels. I will so.
Very fine, faith. My next step will be to Tyburn.
Bind his hands there.
Keep off, scoundrels. Without you'll have your guts full of oilet hose.
Oh, Basilicon, see? Am I not wounded? Oh, keep close to me.
Enter Sir William.
Not in the least, sir.
How now? What's the matter here?
Oh, Sir William, you come opportunely to save me from these rascals.
Sir Paul, why these disorders? Of what are you apprehensive? This gentleman is a friend of mine.
But how came he here, sir, in the dark?
I mistook this for Sir William's apartment.
Sir William aside.
Oh, hypocrisy! But ere you and I have done, you'll own 'twas upon another score. It must be so, Sir Paul. I lent my lodgings to the gentleman for 2 or 3 days. Curse of my shallow reason! I did not tell you of it, sir, not thinking it material enough to trouble you about.
Say you so, sir? Then cuckoldom is nothing material. You shall all out of my house. You shall so, every mother's child of you.
Which you please, Sir Paul. Hark ye, Belair, there's something to adjust between you and I, which require more privacy. Follow me.
Exit.
So, my affair goes swimmingly.
Exit.
What the devil had I to do with a young wife? They who in age will drag the marriage chain, like me they'll find the hopes of comfort vain. But if relations usher in the wife, there needs no greater curse to human life.
Exit. End of Act 4. Act 5 of Love at a Venture by Susanna Centlivre. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Love at a Venture Act 5. Scene: Sir William's lodgings. Enter Sir William and Belair.
Thus far, sir, I have had a strict regard to the league we made in Spain, served you in the minutest as well as greatest things, even beyond the character of a gentleman, in helping you to impose upon a lady, making good manners subservient to my friendship.
Prithee, Sir William, let me know the sum at once without this regular account.
'Twill be cast up immediately, at your request. Resigned my own lodgings, to oblige you, kept your secret, even to the woman I loved, though you abused her.
Nay, there's a false tally, Sir William. I never abused a lady in my life.
Have you not abused Beliza?
Which way? I never asked a favour that could put her to the blush, or promised marriage and declined my word.
Have you not passed by a wrong name to her?
But the person is the same. When once a woman likes the man, she seldom finds fault with the name.
Look'ee, Belair, you may affect whate'er you please, but supplanting my love and dishonouring my family are things not to be repaired with a smile.
The dishonouring of your family? What mean you, sir? Such accusations are not like a friend.
Nor such actions. Therefore draw.
Draws.
I'll never draw my sword till I know the cause you allege. I endeavoured to supplant you. I deny it. I would not supplant my friend, though I died for the woman. But this was only gallantry, and I ignorant of your pretences. Before I knew you loved Beliza, I had fixed upon her friend. The point is cleared with any reasonable man. But the other article it is that stings me. How have I dishonoured your family? For there my honour, faith, and friendship are concerned.
Are they gone? My life? My love?
How? My own words?
And spoke to my sister, sir.
The devil they were.
What? Are you astonished, sir? Draw instantly, or by the base affront you offer to me.
Nay, hold, Sir William. For faith I will not fight thee. One word. Were it possible that I could know thy sister by instinct, or deny a fair lady in distress?
Trifle no longer with my just resentment.
Hear me out. If I plead not within the rules of reason, justice, and probability, pass sentence on me freely. She's young and handsome, her husband old and impotent, he full of whimsies, she full of love, he wrinkled and decayed, she warm and wishing, I young and vigorous, she married against her will, I not married at all. We met by accident. She lamented her misfortune, I pitied her. And what return she might have made, no man, not yourself, could have refused had the case been yours. Oh, but then she proves the sister of my friend. But my friend never told me that. Consequently, he is the aggressor. Now, Sir William, will you put yourself upon your guard, or put up your sword?
My friend again, I confess thy arguments are unanswerable. Those we do not trust can ne'er betray us.
Enter Robin hastily.
Oh, sir, your father, Sir Thomas, has found your lodgings, and hears you've been in town this fortnight, and swears if I don't find you out immediately, he'll slice me into hash meat. He says he shall forfeit £1,000 if you come not presently.
What shall I conclude on? Is he at my lodging?
No, sir, he's upon the hunt like any bloodhound. I ran down 20 byways lest he should dog me. For you know, sir, I am your most careful servant.
That thou art indeed. You must resolve to see him.
And if I see him, there'll be no avoiding this hated match.
Without, sir, you should take another name and persuade him you are not his son. I have the same honest, lying face, sir. Still, I'll swear you are none of my master.
Knocks without.
No, sirrah, that won't do with him. See who knocks.
If it be my old master, what shall I say, sir? Must I lie or speak truth?
Which you will. The condition's desperate.
Re-enter Robin with a letter.
Safe, sir, safe. A letter from your incognita, sir.
Robin gives him the letter.
Oh dear, cordial to my lovesick mind.
Kisses it. Reads.
I have used all my rhetoric without effect. My father resolves this night to give me to thy rival. Therefore, if thou hast any stratagem to relieve me, be quick in execution. We are now coming to Sir Paul Cautious's, who, it seems, is an old friend of my father's, you being in the same house, renders you capable of seeing your incognita. Now, Sir William, I'll throw off disguise, confess who I am, and ask her of her father. If he refuse, my rival must measure blades with me. You shall be my second if it comes to a push, Sir William.
My sword is still at my friend's service.
Have at 'em then. Out to my lodgings, dress, and return in an instant. Now all ye stars that favour faithful lovers, prevent my meeting with my father.
Exit.
And his cane meeting my shoulders.
Exit. Enter Sir Paul, pulling in Lady Cautious.
You, troop, there, sir. Take your sister and get out of my house. Do so. You shan't bring gallants under my nose and lend your lodgings to rascals that would cut my throat. Mercy upon me, 'tis a miracle the house don't tumble on our heads. I admire I'm alive.
Thou art alive, indeed, and that's all.
All, housewife, why, you han't poisoned me or wounded me, have you?
Looking and feeling about him. Enter Basilicon.
Why, where are you, rascal? Look, am I hurt? Do I bleed anywhere?
Not a drop, sir.
Can you know by my eyes, my hands, or anything if all be right within me?
Very easily, sir. You are in perfect health.
You are sure on't?
I am sure on't, sir.
Why then, mistress, what do you mean, huh?
That thou art an old, doting, despicable wretch.
Hold, sister. Better language to your husband would become you. And for you, sir, since your ill manners proceeds from groundless jealousies, taxing a gentleman with crimes of which I know him innocent, making that a pretence to traduce the virtue of your wife, I advise you to recall your temper, and use her like my sister, or I shall use you like my enemy.
And run me through the guts, I suppose. Was ever man thus plagued before?
Lady Cautious weeping.
Oh, this is the life I lead. My virtue still suspected, my innocence accused, and the quiet of my life destroyed. Did I truly merit his abuse? Patience and submission would become me, but I defy even the tongue of malice to asperse my fame or conduct. And do you think, brother, I'll endure this? Tamely to submit and cringe to what I hate?
One word, madam.
Pulls her aside.
Boast not of your conduct, or your virtue, vile, audacious woman. The closet, mistress. Think on the closet.
Does he know that? Oh, now I'm lost forever.
Now, vent your clamorous virtue, while those in whose hands you lodge it echo back, you have none.
What sure disgrace attends unlawful love? Had I really fallen, I now should die with shame.
What are they whispering about? Now contriving to make me away? 10 to 1, Basilicon.
Oh, sir, I defy him to do that whilst I am near you.
Oh, brother, forgive me. 'Twas the only slip I ever made. Methinks I hate myself for having, but in wish consented, and grow in love and virtue. Since I have not stained my family, the most was thought, for some good angel still did interpose to prop my nodding virtue.
Take heed it nods no more.
I will, for now the shame and ruin that must have attended me are so conspicuous to my sight that I will shun even the resemblance of a crime like this. If you'll but pardon me, I'll vow never again to fall from duty.
On that condition I do. And now, sister, since your marriage knot can never be dissolved, till nature slips it, show yourself the pattern of a virtuous wife, indulge his age, and that way preserve your ease, and by your meekness and humility fix your reputation.
I readily obey. Sir Paul, my youth has hitherto engaged me in a foolish passion, contradictory to your will. But my brother's instructions has so far informed me of my duty, that my behavior for the future shall give you no cause for complaint.
I'll engage my honor for the performance of her promise.
Here's a turn. Who can find what plot is going forward? Are you both in earnest now or not?
Pray, be less suspicious, and more a man. The less you suspect, the more you are secured, Sir Paul.
A generous confidence will always oblige your wife.
Well, for once I will trust thee. Come to my arms, then. Hold, let me see. You have no penknife nor pistol about you, have you?
To what purpose, my dear? Nay, did you not say you trust me?
Well, so I will, then.
Embrace. Enter a servant.
Sir, here's a gentleman, calls himself Positive, to wait on you, Mrs. Beliza and another young lady with him.
Bring them in immediately. I have not seen him this many a year. And your mistress too, Will. We'll have a match before you part. Faith we will, my old friend.
Enter Mr. Positive, Beliza, Camilla, Patch, and Flora.
Welcome. I'm glad to see thee with all my heart. Ladies, you are welcome.
Sir Paul, your hand. I could not come to town without seeing you. Faith! This is your lady, I suppose? By your leave, madam.
Salutes her.
This is my daughter, Sir Paul. I am come up to marry her.
Why, then I wish her much joy.
I should be proud of being better known to you.
And I of your acquaintance.
Dear Beliza, how do you expect I should forgive your long absence? Not seen me in 2 days.
I confess my fault.
The readiest way to be pardoned is not to persist in the wrong. Indeed, madam.
But who shall judge between right and wrong?
Our reason, madam.
That very often deceives us, especially if we put too much trust in the person.
It requires judgment, therefore, to make a proper choice, for every accident depends on that. But why this indifference, madam?
Why that question?
Because love requires more freedom.
But jealousy forbid it, Sir William.
Only the effect of too much love. I ask your pardon for past offences.
Rather of too much folly.
Enter Belair.
Ha! Revel at liberty again? And here, what can this mean?
Ladies and gentlemen, your servant.
Sir William takes him aside. Lady Cautious aside.
Ha! The handsome stranger. I still my heart, and think not of him.
Camilla aside.
Now am I distracted to know whether this be her lover or mine.
Sir William to Mr. Positive.
Sir, here's a gentleman begs leave to unfold a secret to you.
To me? Out with it, then.
Sir Paul aside.
Has he a secret for him, too? This Spark is full of secrets.
Sir, I presume you are the father of this lady?
Camilla aside.
This is Constant, that's certain.
Beliza aside.
So, now the game's up. As I suspected, all one man.
And what then, sir?
Then my request is to be admitted for your son-in-law.
For my son-in-law?
Yes, sir, provided I make it appear my fortune and family are equal to yours.
Sir, in one word, if you could prove your descent from the blood royal, and as many acres of land as the Po has engrossed, 'twould not avail ye that, d'ye see?
Snaps his fingers.
My word's my word. She's disposed of already, and so give yourself no further trouble.
Camilla aside.
Heartbreaking sentence.
Is this your final resolution, sir?
Why, sir, what reason have you to believe I should alter it?
Because, sir, I have some reasons to believe your daughter loves me, and I hope you'll not force her inclinations.
You have some reasons to believe she loves you? What reasons, sir, what reasons? You have not lain with her, have you? For that's the surest reason a man can build upon.
You surprise me with your questions, sir. It make me blush to hear you give utterance to a thought like that. Your daughter's virtue needs no guard against such foul advances.
I hope not.
I ne'er shall give you cause to doubt my virtue, sir, and 'tis unkindly urged. I own I love this gentleman.
What, this is he that you have picked up since you came to town, is it?
This is he that saved my life, sir, and if I can have him not, I ne'er can love another. Yet your commands shall fix me as you please.
Well said.
As to your love and liking, that's out of my power, but your portion and person are not. So whether you consent or not, 'tis the same thing. Look ye, my word's my word, so never trouble yourself about that.
Is it so? I'll not leave the sight of her till I see my rival, and then the best arm carry her.
And this is your worthy friend you have so often mentioned, Sir William?
The same. Another time I'll inform you of everything, and hope to obtain your pardon for him.
Nay, I'm inclining to be good-natured. I like his humour mightily.
But, sir, have you no regard to the hazards which he run to save my life? Had not his generous care preserved me, you had now been childless in your age.
Humph. Why, to say truth, I would be grateful, but I want the means. He says his estate is large, so that he's above a present, and I know not what to offer him. Sir, I thank you for the service which you did my daughter, and had I not given my word, I might have chose you as soon as another. But now there's no help for it. If you'll be one of her bridemen, you shall have a favour to keep for her sake.
That's, something.
Lady Cautious aside.
Rude, unpolished monster.
Insult me not, sir. The favour I would wear you have refused.
Enter Robin. Robin aside to Belair.
Sir, here's your father will come in spite of my teeth, or he swears he will have a file of musketeers and blow the house up.
What news brings Robin?
That my father is at the door. I must go and try to appease him.
Goes towards the door and meets Sir Thomas.
Give me entrance, or I'll knock you down, you dogs.
Enter Sir Thomas.
Where is this graceless rogue?
Belair kneeling.
Your blessing, sir, and with it your pardon for having thus long concealed myself. But when you shall know my reasons...
Reasons, sirrah? What reasons have you to shun your father? And a handsome woman? Come along, come along.
Pulling him.
The parson and the bride has waited this 2 hours, while I have been hunting you all over the town, sirrah.
And now you have found me, sir. I cannot comply with what you propose.
How? How's this?
There stands the lady that destroys my duty.
Huh? What do I see?
Now, sir, show a true paternal love and force me not to wed against my will. For though the lady you have chose should have all the charms that bounteous nature gave the whole sex, there I am fixed, and must and will refuse her.
Ah, Is not that Sir Thomas Belair?
Sayest thou so? Why, then, take her, my boy.
Throws him into Camilla's arms.
For this is she thy father did design for thee.
O transport! O unexpected happiness!
Oh, excess of pleasure!
They embrace.
Mr. Positive, your servant. There's my son.
So I see, sir, and am glad of it with all my heart.
Now, sir, your consent, I hope, is free.
Why, this is the prettiest turn I ever saw.
I am so overjoyed I shall jump out of my skin.
Camilla, there, take him.
Calls her to him and throws her to Belair.
My love, my life, my soul's best comfort.
I am pleased to see the event so lucky.
So am I. Love is the strongest guard to restrain liberty.
Look up, my Constant, and bless our friendly stars that thus have turned our disobedience into duty.
Oh, I was lost in rapture. The powerful torrent rolled too fast, and sinks me down with pleasure. Now no more that name, but know thy husband wears that of Belair. And now, madam, I must ask your pardon too. And you, my friend, I give you 1,000 thanks, and wish you as happy in Beliza's love.
I am glad to see you out of prison, sir. But how?
Those stratagems are vanished now, and I rely on your good nature to forgive me.
Nay, niece, I seldom ask favours, therefore must not be denied. You and my wife's brother must make the second couple.
I must second Sir Paul in that request.
Complete my happiness, and bear me company.
Augment my joys by crowning off my friends.
Let not all entreat in vain, madam.
Well, Sir William, I'll run the dangerous venture of a jealous husband for once. But let me caution you aforehand. The more you suspect my conduct, the less I shall consult your humour. The more you watch me, the more I shall study to deceive you. Leave then your Spanish airs, and put the true English husband on. That is the only way to have a virtuous wife.
Your advice is so reasonable that you shall be mistress both of yourself and me.
Well said, brother. Thy example shall be my guide for the future. Come, we'll be merry. I'm resolved. Who is within there?
Enter servant.
Go to the playhouse and desire some of the singers and dancers to come hither. I am not often in this humour, but will be merry while it lasts.
Though in my name they'll not refuse me.
No, thou art a good benefactor to them.
Enter Ned.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you joy. I overheard the conclusion of your happiness, and to crown your mirth, here's a comical figure upon entrance.
Enter Woodby in his waistcoat.
Ha ha ha! Mr. Woodby, without his clothes, what dost thou design this for, a masquerade at my wedding?
Woodby aside.
Married, and to Beliza. Then the good opinion Ned said she had of me is come to nothing, I find. Oh, Sir William, I am undone for ever, robbed of my new coat, that I but just put upon my back, by the most whimsical stratagem you'd ever heard.
Ha ha ha! Mr. Woodby outplotted.
How was it, prithee?
Why, sir, you must know I had just made up such a suit of clothes as that you have on, and was coming hither, but meeting your brother Ned, he would needs press me to the tavern to give him beverage. So in we went. The fellow that waited on us told me I had a cut across the shoulder of my new coat. I looked and found I had. He said there lived a fine drawer at the next door. He would draw it up in a minute. Wherefore I gave it him. But my eyes never encountered him since.
Is your subscription come to this? Why did not you examine the house?
I did, and they say he came in with me, and told them he was my servant.
And that he never suffered a drawer to wait on him, and therefore borrowed an apron of them to attend us.
To cheat me of my coat! Oh, nothing vexes me so much as that I have not been seen in it. Had I but made the tour of St. James's and both playhouses, my passion for it would have ebbed to an indifference. And then...
That was an unparalleled grievance indeed.
Mr. Woodby, might I advise you as a friend, leave off this foolish whim of mimicking? Sir William, he's a gentleman of plentiful fortune, and can afford change of clothes for every day. But you, whose slender allowance from a father's hand admits of no profuseness, to imitate him is madness.
What a grave piece of advice is there! Well, marriage has changed my master already, I find.
I heard you was about writing a play, Mr. Woodby. I'd advise you to make your top character a sharper. You see, they can't outwit a gentleman. He has showed you plot for plot.
With what courage can I proceed with the play, when this rascal has run away with the subscription? Oh, well, I'll into the country, and never see this damned town again.
Exit.
Ha ha
ha.
Enter servant.
The singers and dancers are come, sir.
Here is songs and dances.
Bring him in. Come, gentlemen, take your seats. But you forget, Belair. Robin is unrewarded yet.
Why, he shall choose between the two maids.
Ah, Patch.
Me do you choose?
Thou tempt'st me. And if I should look any longer, perhaps the devil might be more cunning than I.
You don't like me, then?
Look ye, marriage is a lasting thing. If it were for 6 months only, I might venture upon thee. But for all the days of my life, mercy upon me, thy features are too high-priced furniture for housekeeping, especially where they must let lodgings. Therefore, Flora, have at thee.
Why will you quit her for me?
To show the extremity of my love, I will.
Fool, didst thou think I would have had thee? Dost thou know that I have had my nativity cast, and am told that I shall marry a knight at least, if not a lord?
Oh, good night to your ladyship, then.
Well, Patch, stay till my brother dies, and I'll marry thee, to make good thy calculation.
Though thou shouldst make me a lady, you'd not better my fortune much by being your wife. Our humours would quickly consume our estate. I love fine clothes, fine coach, fine equipage, and fine house. You, drinking, wenching, gaming, and so forth, that when I wanted a new suit in the morning, you have flung off your money overnight.
She has hit you home, brother, for your jesting.
Well, since we know one another's infirmities so well, we'll keep as we are.
Now, my fair Camilla, I am happy. These arms shall fix my rambling heart. Ungoverned youth, of taste not over nice, roves through the various fields of poisonous vice. Cheated with health, they ride through pleasure post to purchase liberty, whatever it cost. True English like, that idol they adore, and fear the marriage knot 'tis much as Gallic power. And if once reason checks the looser reins, and bring round judgment into play again, then all must own the truest joy that waits on human life is a constant temper and a virtuous wife.
End of Act 5. The Epilogue.
In spite of dull, insipid rules, I come to learn what fate attends my virgin bloom. Strange things I've heard this night that makes me fear, lest I should find such entertainment here. You men are grown so witty in deceit, that we poor girls are often ruined by it. 'Tis pity, but I hope to cross this play, and be revenged on you some other way. Well, but consider, we are tender things, that innocence and sprightly beauty brings. Soft accents, broken words, and yielding air are all the weapons that attend the fair. And can you long resist the sweet temptation? Give us at least a bill of reformation, that the succeeding age may say of you, you dare be civil, though you can't be true. But if at last no charms have power to win ye, your past repentance, or the devil's in ye.
Runs off.
The plodding tribe are so resolved of late to model and refine our little state. I fear to great ones we have this relation, they'll ruin us at last by reformation. What heavy race so far without the city could think of plaguing us for being witty? But were we broke, disbanded I would speak, for nothing but a shopkeeper should break. Men of our quality would rise by falling, and grow more eminent in any calling. Our various virtues would fit all conditions. They that want piety might turn physicians. A doorkeeper whose cheats we can't prevent would surely thrive in any state employment. He that his hopes from impudence doth draw might turn his happy genius to the law. The under-fry a little thing will serve, for by the laws of England younger brothers starve.
Putting on a mask.
No change of government the women drop, for 18p in velvet sets them up. As for myself, may marriage be my fate, chained to a cross I may repent, though late, grow fit to turn informer to the town, and thrive by the same means I was undone.
End of Love at a Venture by Susanna Centlivre.